Collective detox, detox, detox. That is what I heard. Here's what I'm hearing. Someone out there who's struggling with drinking, alcoholism. It's like you get these urges during the day where you want to have a drink, but it's like a compulsion, just like, I gotta have it. You don't really like, yes, there could be an addiction, but I'm not getting like I'm not getting like a serious alcoholic, like you need to go detox in a hospital, but I'm getting somebody who's just a heavy drinker. They're saying those cravings are biological. And if you were to fight 3 to 4 days max of not drinking and doing things like that, and you detox, which means you're having smoothies and water and you're literally flushing out your gut and your system, within 3 to 4 days, those cravings would go away. Because what you're considering an addiction is not an addiction. It's just your body has gotten used to the sugar. It's gotten used to it's like almost like, do you think about it every day, 5, 6 o'clock? You're getting off work, your body just naturally starts to think about it. So they're telling me a good detox program, but you just have to be consistent. 3 to 4 days. 134 was on the clock. 3 to 4 days, and you're going to feel like $1,000,000. And they're saying your skin is going to improve dramatically, I'm hearing. Your waistline is going to be whittled dramatically. And they're tapping my left shoulder, so I'm getting like a feminine energy. And it's something like after you go through this detox and you realize how bad you were actually feeling, like you were doing something to make you feel better, not realizing that something was actually making you feel worse because you had not had the opportunity to detox yet, have that window to detox and get all that crap out of your system so that you could actually like have the benefit of it. They're saying where you think you don't have a good memory, your mind is going to become very sharp and very clear and very on the point. Your communication skills are going to shoot off the charts. The brightness in your eyes is going to return, is what I'm hearing. They wanted you to go through this experience, so they don't want you beating yourself up for the challenges and the struggles that you've had with overcoming this, because the truth is you haven't given up. This is what I'm hearing. You get up every day and you fight every day. You face this challenge every day. And maybe the alcoholism, the drinking or whatever is winning most of the time, which has knocked your confidence because you're feeling like, God, I can't even. And that's what it is. It's your body has been hijacked by sugar and all these processed things. And your brain is just, it's automatically triggering because there was a study done. It was an image of a brain. And it was a brain of someone who had just ingested cocaine and then the brain of someone who had just eaten a lot of sugary things. The same centers in the brain lit up on both scans, and the one with the sugar lit up even more as an addiction center. So the sugar can be highly addictive, and your body just needs that purge. And they're telling me once this happens, you're going to have this moment where you're just kind of, I don't know, like you're just standing in your living room or something, and you just feel so great. And you turn and you look at somebody and you go, I feel like $1,000,000. I wish I would have done this years ago. I wish I would have done this months ago. Why did I waste so much time? That's the type of conversation you're going to have with yourself. A rebirth is assured. You're going to get this right. You're not a failure. You're good at what you do. You're a loving person. You're an honest person. You try your hardest. You get up every day. You do the things that are necessary to do. You do things that aren't even necessary for you to do, and you still beat yourself up. Stop doing that. You deserve love. You deserve adoration. You deserve somebody who wants to listen to you and genuinely and truly be interested in you. It's not that you've gotten anything wrong. It's that you've had the wrong stuff around you and you just accepted it as truth. You accepted it as that that's how things have to be, and it doesn't have to be. And you're realizing that now. You're seeing that for yourself. But that it's like they want to say these words to you. It's like almost like they want to give you a love letter and tell you about all the great things that you've done. Ooh, and I heard, and we're going to, and we're going to. That's what I just heard, and we're going to. Because it's high time that you achieve the greatness that you set forth before you came into this physical body. It's not about getting it wrong. It was about the timing. And your ancestors want you to know that they hear your pleas, they hear your cries, they are not ignoring you when they say, where is this? How come this? Why aren't you? They hear that. They know, and they want to give this stuff to you and delight you just as much as you want it. They want you to have it more than you want to have it yourself. But there's something about that your ancestors want you to know is like there is a specific time that this has to manifest. Something about the timing being very important for whoever resonates with this. The timing is so precise for something to manifest for you that if it happened 5 seconds earlier, 5 seconds later, 78% of that story would go to shit and only 30% would be okay, or 22% would be okay, where they want to give you the full 100% blissful experience. If they were to allow you to force and bang things into place to get what you want, you would get a fraction of that, because action compared to energy is a firecracker to an atomic bomb. So there's no amount of action you're going to be able to do to get yourself out of some situation where that's what your life proves. That there's no amount of action to get you out of certain circumstances and situation without a vibrational shift. There's something about your unique storyline, your uniqueness of you, just you. It's like you're a stigma breaker. You prove so many naysayers wrong. But in order to prove them wrong, it's like you had to go through a long period of time where you looked like you were the one that was down and out. You were wrong. It's like, and they want to point out the reason things had to look that way is because they needed you to be able to heal in plain sight. They needed you to be able to go through such a big, beautiful, eclectic, robust story full of a bunch of like iniquities that if one person went through one or two of these things, it would crush their soul, where you've went through hundreds of these iniquities and it's crushed your soul over and over and over again for years and years and years, but somehow it's made you stronger. And it's because of your knowing and your belief in source. It was your belief in humans that caused the downfall. It's your belief in source that is helping you pick yourself back up and become a stigma breaker, to show the world anything is possible. So it's almost like you had to go through this period of time where you looked like a pariah. You looked lackluster. You looked it's just like, the status quo where if oh, that person's a so-and-so, oh, that's a druggie, or they're a user, they're a this, they're a that, they're a, or they're influential, they're this. Where it's like, once it gets to a point where once people start putting labels on you with certain things, you just accept it and you accept defeat. And that's what I'm getting here, where you have a life full of experiences where you could have easily accepted defeat time and time and time again, yet you didn't. And although you may look awful to a bunch of other people right now, all those people that you look awful to, those enemies, so to speak, those judgmental people, critical people, all of those people, like their focus on you right now is negative. But once something shifts for you, all that focus becomes positive. So you know how they say, I don't know, I don't have social media like this, and I'm trying to even remember what it was, how exactly it was said, but something about, you know, let the haters hate, let them comment, let them dislike, like, because they're only putting me there in their algorithm. They're only giving me attention and putting my face out there. They're only making me more known. They're only doing this. So that's kind of what Source wants you to look at it like right now. With the way people are treating you or mistreating you, how they're mishandling you, I heard neglecting you. Very neglectful energy. For all the people who have passed you over and ignored you and just kind of like, it's like all of those people are going to watch someone who they believe to be the prize come. It's almost like, it's like a big crowd of people, okay? Look at this, like a big crowd of people. Okay? Here you are, this tiny little, I'm not saying you are, this tiny little nobody, okay? And all these people over here have negative opinions about you. Okay? They all have negative opinions about you. And it's because this person said something to this person, and this person said something to this person, and the chain reaction started, and people decided who you were without really knowing who you are. You've got a lot of that going on right now. A lot of misinterpretations of who you are, misconceptions about you as a person. Some may think you're dangerous, some think you're crazy, some think you're useless. But regardless, all of this negative crap, it's it's good. This is what they think of you, so they're not really focused on you anymore. So this gives you time by yourself to heal, to learn new skills, to grow, to take your life in a new direction in silence. While they're all over here partying, doing whatever, living their life. Did you see so and so? And then they're going on, they're not growing, they're not doing anything, they're not changing, they're just still doing status quo. And meanwhile, you've been over here this whole time just building yourself up into this big, beautiful beast. And now all of a sudden, that beast is visible. You are the beast and it's visible. Why is it visible? Here's why. Number one, your energy is speaking volumes. But your energy is speaking volumes to the same people who already have bad opinions about you. So when they see you doing better and getting happier, they're not cheering you on. They're like, oh, he or she's just fucking doing da 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 blah 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 blah. Like there's an excuse. There's no like they're still beating you down, even if you do better. So it doesn't matter if you it doesn't matter if you change and you stood on your head to please these people. They're still not going to like you, even if you changed, right? So they're not paying attention to you. So all these people, negative things about you, they're not paying attention to you. But here's somebody, all of these people know. And let's just say you're over here and you're looking like this. You're just looking like this. The letters are gone, right? This isn't here. This is just you. And there's this big crowd. You're not visible. You're not seen. This person goes straight through the crowd. The crowd separates. And this person comes straight to you, eyes locked on you, grabs you by the hand, picks you up, hugs you, walks you out of there and doesn't say a word to any of these people. These people become invisible to this person. So while all these people saw you as invisible, the right person did see you, did see your worth, did see your value, did see your strength, did see your growth. There is something that you're doing with perfect precision, and you have no idea, no idea that you're even doing it. Like it's like you have no, it's not on your radar. Source is doing something with you, kind of like playing a game. Yeah, something about them like playing a game where you're doing something and you are so on the spot and you're so, but you don't even realize that source is kind of like testing you and playing this game. And that's what this person is seeing. And this person is so surprised and delighted by all of this. So this person sees your value, sees your worth, and sees that you've been beaten down and broken. This is a broken off piece of this. So you once were this big, beautiful, colorful rainbow crystal, right? And then it's like you just kept breaking away into fragments. Now you're about to be made whole again. And the way you're made whole is completely different. And the interesting part is, here you go, and you're holding this person's hand, and you're walking through this crowd, and normally you would have your head down, and you would just be hearing them snicker and saying things, or feeling them. You would be feeling their energy of how they feel towards you, right? But now all of a sudden there's silence. Your head's high, you're smiling, your eyes are bright, and you're not even paying a bit of attention to any of these people. That moment right there, where you walk by in complete elation, not giving any attention to any of this, that is going to hit one person's heart in particular in this group like a big thing of swords just got thrown right into it. They're showing like 10, 20 swords just right into this person's heart. That is where they start growing. That is where they start having their awakening. That is something that you were meant to do in this life. I mean, there's something pretty unique about you. Jesus wants you to know that you were meant to be plain. You were meant to be boring. You were meant to be different. You were meant to be goofy, crazy, weird, whatever people say about you. You were meant to be all of those things. And you're also meant to be a lot of other things as well. Just because those were the things that you were and those labels came from other people and you just accepted them doesn't mean that's who you always have to be. Your life is the biggest eye opener to that message. A lot of people think it's impossible for people to change. It's impossible for people to have their life fall to such a state that they can't get it back up here. Like all kinds of circumstances where you think life's just over or this person's just a lost cause. You were meant to be that person to experience all of those things and then come out of the other side a winner. And when you do, that's when people are like, how did you do that? Can you help me? How did I do that? And then all of a sudden the people, all these people who were making fun of you and didn't want anything to do with you over here, who gave you the gift of time to let you heal in your current place, right? All of a sudden they want to be in your energy. And now you're having so much fun with so many other new acquaintances and friends and lovers or whatever. You're having so much fun doing other things now that this person's not even on your radar. So they put themselves in a box by putting you in a box. The way they treat you is going to be their downfall. Because when they see what you have done and what you have accomplished, they are going to feel like the biggest jackass this world has ever seen. I have a letter H, S, A, has, or Shay. What? This is funny. Someone here, you're gonna blow people's mind. You don't even, it's like you don't even do this yet. You don't know that you can do this, but something about you're just gonna wake up one day and gonna be able to flow and rap. It's just like all of a sudden you're gonna be and just going. That's gonna be one of your bitch watch me moments, is what I just heard. When somebody says you can't do something and you're gonna turn around like, bitch, watch me. That's what they wanted me to tell you about that. Okay. C, I have S and R, senior. I have a Q, R, O, E. They told me that there's a word in here I'm missing. Hold on. All right, you stayed out by yourself. Okay, let's see. Show me. Where? All right. I had rear, the word rear, and I heard rear door. And now I'm seeing cop. Yeah, that's a P. COP. I'm seeing cop. And then I have an E here, which is, add that, that's cope. So let me see. I have the name Ron. They're telling me K and E is really important to your success. 2233 was just on the clock. K and E is really important to your success, or somebody. If you resonate with the K or the E and you're working on something that you feel like you kind of been spinning your wheels with it, you're going to be highly successful at it. But there's something you're going to have to do that you don't want to do to get there. You're afraid to do it. So you keep putting it off and you keep thinking it's insignificant, but really it's the most significant thing for you to do right now to help you break out of a situation you're in. It's now I have a Q and a K. That K stayed out. I and I have EOE here. And I'm hearing equal opportunity employer. What are they supposed to do with this? Now I have ER. So something serious. Let's see. I have the name Gail. I'm seeing I'm seeing FRS, and I heard fire, like fires, and then I see the word can, like somebody got fired, got canned. Okay. They are kind of freaking out about money. And I'm seeing the word sue right here. This is interesting. I got a message here that somebody has lost a job. They're like ER, this is like, emergency room. There's they're feeling panic, they're feeling the pinch. And for some reason, they think suing you, they would be able to get some money from you. But what they're going to do is get entrapped in their own snare. Because I have snare that literally is here all by itself. So while they are going to try to do something unsavory to you because they're in a bad place, what is going to happen, what the result of that is going to be 100 times worse than if they had not done it at all. Oh, look, I have rat. R-A-T. It's right there. I and J. Gail. I said the name Gail. Gal. It could be gal. It could be a woman. R stayed out. L stayed out. R stayed out again. A. F. What? Oh my god, this is freaking hilarious. Okay, I love Gilmore Girls, and Suki is a character in there. She's a chef. Melissa McCarthy plays her. I love her so much. I'm seeing Suki all together right here. And then I have the letter J right next to it. And I saw Jesus, and he is dancing. He's dancing in a kitchen with Suki. Like, he's looking like he's the chef. And he's showing himself cooking all of this up, this big masterful plan, this big mastermind plan that you are at the center and the heart of. Oh my God, you are. KJ, King Jesus, right there. You are at the heart of this. Jesus wants you to know he's having a good old time, a grand old time with you, because you are just the best of the best. And oh my God, best is right here. Holy shit, right here. Yeah. You are the best of the best. And whatever this story is, this Jesus is making your life look, he's making it look like he's a chef of your life. And he has cooked up your entire life in these experiences, and just you being faithful, not knowing where it was going, not knowing what was going to happen, not understanding the outcome, just living by faith because it felt right, is you are going to be like the most powerful, most influential person this world has ever seen. You're that rare. You are a rare, rare soul. So when Jesus was cooking up the meal, which is your life, and he said somebody lost a job, they're feeling the pinch, they're feeling like they're going to lose everything. So in a knee-jerk reaction, they're looking for a quick payout, and they think that they can get that from you somehow. And what happens from that, it's like what they start backfires on them, and not only backfires, it somehow like it backfires, it blows up, it gets incinerated, and then it takes a lifetime to fix, like type of stuff. So just know it's kind of like a Job story where, Job in the Bible, he was a very faithful, faithful man of God. And the devil, Satan, went to God and said, You say he's faithful, but that's because he has all of the riches in the world and he has everything. I bet you if I could take this stuff from him, he wouldn't be faithful anymore. Jesus or God said, go ahead. Era. You're in a new, this is an era. This is a big deal. Um, he says, go ahead. Go ahead. So Job loses everything. He loses his status, his money, his house. He loses everything. And still, he is praising God. And he gets everything back a hundredfold, tenfold. It's just, he gets it back and then some. That is what you are living right now. So while it looks like you've had a life where if you didn't have bad luck, you wouldn't have any luck at all, you were purposely meant to live those experiences for the purpose of this part of your life. Like you were meant to go through those so that you can have this next experience in your life be like the end all be all. They were just bringing a quote to me. I just got a real interesting message. Some situation you went through that was dangerous or felt extremely dangerous and to you still feels dangerous, you are gonna laugh your ass off, and it's gonna become so playful to you when you find out what actually transpired. Is what I'm hearing. It's like the worst thing you've ever been through in your life is about to be made the best thing in your life. So whatever you went through that was so like tumultuous and just you felt like destroyed you, that's the very thing that's actually going to set you free, and you are going to look back on that experience one day very fondly, grateful and appreciative that you went through it. Okay. These readings are long this week. All right. I love y'all. I'll see you.